Okie dokie. We're making a video today. This is Bobby the Great Crafts, and I'm trying out a new microphone. It's actually my headset, but it should work just as well, only it'll probably pick up a little bit better. So today I'm just going to kind of practice. I'm going to play at my local casino for a little bit here, like in the next coming week or so, whenever I get paid again, you know. So just trying to watch the funds. But today I'm just going to throw the 2V set original. The original 2V set. I did pretty good with it the other day. Rolled pretty well. And we're just going to toss some dice. I'm going to talk to you in practice. I am going to talk. I am going to be setting up another video for my actual bet that I go with as well here in a little bit. I've been really busy, so I haven't been able to do it. So let's just get our dice the way we want them. And we got used to how high the table is. So first throw, we're going to throw an 8. That's going to be our point today. And we're just going to try to stay away from the 7 as good as we can. That's the object of the game. That's the point. So it's five. It's a 3-5. One of my videos, I think I'm going to talk about what your dice are doing, like completely, so you actually know what your dice are doing on every throw. Could be the way you find out a good dice set. It's a hard 10. 10 hard. Our roll does emphasis on rolling them all. It's a hard 10. I don't even know why I bought a stick. I almost never use this motherfucker. But we're gonna throw for a little bit, and it's a pretty good throw so far. That's a 5. It's a 1-4. 1-4. And yeah, so we're just tossing them up. You know, one thing I've consistently, and I think this matters, especially if you're going to be a dice controller. I think, oh, that's aces. I think the biggest thing with a dice controller is that one, you have to believe it. So there's a ton of people that don't believe it, but you want to use the minimal amount of time setting your dice. Like, that should be the easiest thing you do. And I might show, like, on tape how I pick up my dice. All right, that's 9. So we are painted. This is the 2V set. My favorite set so far. And that's a 6-3. One of the videos, like I said, I'm going to go over like what your dice are doing, how they're rotating, especially if you're like you got to have the understanding of what your dice are doing, or you're just not going to be able to pull off true dice control. That's a pretty crazy shot. See, I threw in the corner, and I need to be not in the corner right there. So that's a 7 out. So we made it. We have 5 rolls. That's pretty bad. To really be on a banger, you got to be throwing. So the two stayed on axis, is what that is, and I got the 3. The 5 came from the bottom, but I threw into the corner, so they rolled around the fucking bend. So it's not a good throw. But we're gonna keep it going. New point. Pretty good throw. That's a 7 winner, technically. 7 on the come out. You really don't want to see them because you want to roll them all, but if you're going to roll them at the very beginning, that's fine. I go up on the bonus, at least for the first time, but I won't go up the second time. That's an 8. It's a 5-3-8. It's gonna be our new point. These are not traditionally made to throw inside numbers. That is what the 3V set is for, or the hard ways. My dog's always making noise. Yeah, this is looking bad. That's another 7 out. That's a 0.7 out. So, like, they're going around the table. I need to be hitting right here. I need to be hitting the wall and coming down. This is going to come, let's see here. So the 4 came on the inside, and the 3 came from the bottom. That's the best way I can explain it. But that's all right. It's we're just getting practice in. They split. It's a 5-3. So 5-3-8. That's our new point again. I've already rolled 3 sevens right away. It's pretty crazy. So the 5. Let's talk about where the 5 comes from real quick, because I'm trying to see. So the 5 is actually on the bottom, and the 3, I believe, is on the inside. So when I start noticing this die or that die is coming inside out, that'll let me know if this die set's working out for me, because matter on what die set you're on. If I'm on the 3V, right, I might have the 5 on the inside with the 1. That's a really good setup. But if this is coming out and this rotates up once, and I'm constantly seeing 5-2s, I shouldn't be using that set. And I noticed that I've been doing that a lot lately, so that's why I switched to the 2V. Well, we hit the point, so let's talk about that. Since we hit that, we'll talk about that real quick. So the 6 is over here, so let's see where the 6 comes from. So this is our initial. So the 6 came up, and I mean this did like a swivel or whatever. 4 came down. So not a whole lot of movement on the right dice, and that's my 6-2-8. So 6 came up like that. So and that's fine. Like, that's why this dice set's so good. So we just get it going again. It's a 9. That's our new point. That's a 6-3-9. So on this shot, this is a perfect example. That's why I like explaining what your dice are doing. So here's my dice right here, right? This is my start. Where's it at? Hold on. Yeah. So it's the 4 on the top, the 4 on the bottom, 4 on the inside, right? Right. So I got the 6, 4, 10 on top, and then the hard, and then all the way around. This is all outside numbers. So this die right here, when I throw the 6-3, when they're hitting, this is popping up and this is popping out. We're okay with that. So, like, if I know that the way I stick my dice together, that I know that the inside and outside can pop out, this set completely stays away from any possible 7. The only way the 7 comes is if this flips in here. If this flips here, where's the 1? There's the 1. If this flips down and that flips out, or this flips up and here, and then this flips in. The 5-2 is really hard to throw because 1 has to come here. I'll show you. 1 has to come from the bottom, so that has to come from the bottom, and then that has to stay, or this one has to come from the bottom and that one stays. But if you're double pitching, you're probably just gonna throw 7s. So, yeah. anyway, this is the die set that I think I like the most right now. Hardway set, because the hardway set has the 7s on the inside. The 7, yeah, that's another point hit. That's a 3-6, so it's a little bit different. But when when you're doing the die sets, the hardway set, if you're on axis, is the safest set. And that, just to, here, I'm going to put my mic over here. I'm pretty sure you can hear me just because of how loud I am. But this die set right here it's all hardways. You got 2s, 4s, 3s, 5s, the whole shebang, right? And also, on the inside, you got 6 and 1. And that's the scary part. Because if if your outsides or insides are coming out, your chances of throwing that 7 is pretty bad. Also, if you double pitch. Now, the double pitching isn't a big deal because you're probably not going to double pitch. If you're throwing like on axis, you're probably just staying level. But you're going to end up with a lot of 6s. Like you're going to end up with 9s and 10. You're going to end up with hardways. Might even throw a lot of 8s, the 5-3-8s if you're throwing on axis. But I don't like this set because I know that the way my dice stick, I'm going to get a pop out. So I want the inside to be a number that's safe because only one of them is going to do it. Normally, like when I throw and I practice, it's like I'm only getting one of these dice to pop out at a time. So could be the inside of the left eye, but it's almost never both, So I think it's the safest way for me to play is to be with the 1 and the 3 on the inside, because if this pitches up and this pitches in, just throwing the hard, or I'm throwing the 5. Like almost never am I pitching down 1 and then opening up. It's like it just doesn't happen very often. 5-2 is probably the most common one. It's where I double pitch and the 2 stays on top. So only one dice does it. But my favorite throw, like my favorite dice set by far. It's a solid. I throw a lot of yos. That would be a frontline winner, no matter on what you're on. So on crapless, this wouldn't be. So let's talk about left eye and then 6, right? So on this die, your 6 is on the outside, right? On this, so this is the shot, right? No, it's on the top. So this came down, and then this double pitched, and that's a yo. So now this would have had to pop out, and this had to come down. But it's like I said, it normally doesn't happen to me. It just doesn't. So just something to pay attention to. I highly recommend to pay attention to it. Hit the back wall, dice off the table. It would have been a 5-3-8, but we're not going to count it because it came off the table. I hit the back wall, went all the way to the floor. So 6-4-10. So we already know that on this throw, the 6 is on top, right? No, the 6 is on the outside. So this is also on the outside. So very rarely does this happen, but both of my outsides came in. It kissed, they both popped up, and that's fine. It's it's perfectly fine. That's why we have it. And you also got the 6-4 on top right there. Pay attention to which dice does what. Like every throw. Might need to switch up your dice set. Solid shot. That's a hard 4. So this literally spun around. That's it. So the one's normally over there. Spun around. Perfect hit. This one almost didn't move. You can see the 3 on the inside. It's a hard 4. Beautiful shot. So 5. Now, this one pretty much stays. This like stays perfectly on axis. My 3 is still in front. My 1's on the inside just like it is. And what do you know? I throw the 5. My 3 pops out. It's fine. There's no harm. This stayed on axis. This popped out. It's a 5. Solid. See, these are the weird ones. So this is how it was right here. So this die ends up over here. I hit the right spot, but this dice like spun. So I ended up double pitching. But we already talked about double pitching. This spun around to where the 6 is on the inside, whatever, stays on axis. But of course, if you look, that 5 came all the way up top. So it took that, it was a good shot. I mean, but you're going to have 7s. You try not to worry about them. That's why I tell everybody I work on the come out. A lot of people have superstition. I'm telling you right now, it doesn't matter. Who cares? Throw the left side. The left side, I need to get away from here because I need to be right here in this line, like this little box right here. That's where I need to be hidden. I mean, it's a 2 crap. That would be a good all tall small number. But oh, here we didn't even show the 2. The 2 is like this though. The 2 is like this. So I came out on the inside and up 1. That's like in general, if you're not double pitching, that's like it's okay if you're popping out. Like people have talked to, I've seen other people talk about how you do the all 7 set, which the all 7 set is like this. You got the 4-2 and you just double pitch 1. It's literally all 5s. So or 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. You know, 7 on the outside and then 7 on the inside. But if you're only popping out 1, it's a 6-2-8 here, or it would be a 6-4-10. You know what I'm saying? Here, I'm gonna be at the right spot. Yeah, so this is how it look. So if you're popping out here and you're staying on axis, it's 10. If you pop out here and that stays, you're at 4. Let's just say you pop in and that stays, it's a hard 8. Let's say where the hell's that 3 again? Yeah, so let's say you pop in and pop, double pop in. There's a lot of good chances you have just like that. I mean, it's whatever, but I don't like that set. Brings bad mojo. People are like watching you throw it. They just know that you're up to no good, probably. A lot of people talk about your dice coming apart. I think it's fine. I don't. Man, I threw a 639. I sticking them is fine. The biggest thing that you have to do though is focus on what you're doing with the dice. So don't ever lose focus. When you grab those dice, perfect back wall shot. That's a hard 10. Like This other one came way up here. That's okay. It doesn't really matter because one of them stayed pretty close to on axis. Like, they both came from the bottom. I'm pretty sure, yeah. They both come from the bottom, but we have it set up that way anyway. So, like, it's a double pitch, but both die double pitched. Five three eight, or well, 3 3 5 8. So this 3 comes from the bottom, and this came all the way from the bottom. So that ends up being our 8 right there. Came all the way from 1 up, 2 from the bottom. You're like, whatever, it's fine. All right. So here we are. It's a yellow 11. Throw a lot of 11s. I'm gonna start betting on the 11. Crazy hit. It's a 2 2 6. This pretty much stays on axis. This kind of spins. The 6 comes from the top. That's fine. Just gotta pay attention to what your dice are doing. It's fine. Two 2 6 again. Good shot. 2 pretty much stays on axis, and 6 comes from the top. So pretty good shot. So so the 1 comes from the inside, I believe, on this one. So yeah, so this comes and then this double pitches. So 5's on the very bottom. So 1 came out, 5 came from the bottom. It's a good shot. Staying away from that 7 is the idea. Staying away from that 7 is the idea. Alright, we're gonna give you a couple more throws. I think I'm gonna throw until I throw 7. So. The 5, 3, 3, 2. So 2 stays on axis, 3 comes from the bottom. Perfect shot. It's a fine shot. It's a fine shot. Six, 4, 10. Remember, we talked about 6 comes down. Where's that 2 at? 6 came down, 4 came down. That's like one pitch. Perfect on axis. You're not gonna have a ton of those. Just saying. Unless you're the Dominator, who everybody knows. Which, that's fine. There's another, just flip it around. I mean, literally they spun around. That's it. Another hard 4. Throwing those. Hard 10, double pitch. That's fine. We're trying to throw outside numbers, so that's really good. It's really good. Find your die set super fast. It makes it easy. Neighbor's about to come in. Two six. This is a banger of a roll at this point. Like, we're making people happy with this roll. 268 again. I'm fine with that. 6 comes down, 2 stays on par. Five, 4, 9 outside numbers. So let's see where the 4 comes from. 4 comes from the outside, 5 came from the bottom. So not a bad hit. Two, 3, 5. Like, this is the kind of roll you want to go on, man. This is it. We're just going through the rolls on this dice set. 12. That's interesting. We haven't thrown a lot of those. So we haven't thrown one of those yet. So let's see where the 12 comes from. So the 12 comes from right here. So down and to the side. You know, but it's made to throw outside numbers like that, because when you have that pitch, it's fine. I kind of short through that, but it's a 3-6. Bad throw, but no. That's where the random roller kind of helps you out. Four, 4-2. So let's talk about the 4 comes from the top and 2 stayed the same. Look, like the 2 was literally with the 1 showing. So really good shot. Yeah, like one pitch extra is like whatever. I did a sticky dice right there. That's my different grip. I actually grip different sometimes. So the 3 that comes up and the 4 came from the outside. I know the 4 came from the top. So it's boom boom. Let's talk about this though. I'm gonna try to show you this. So I grip on what 2? My ring finger over here. Like that. This is what I call my sticky throw. Because the dice tend to stay together. That's a 3 craps. And here we go. So the 1 came up. So here, let's find the 2. 1 comes up, 2 stays. Perfect. Perfectly fine. That's what we're fine with yos, we're fine with those kind of numbers. My sticky grip is the way I set my dice regardless. Four, 6, 10. I mean, good gosh. We're on I lost track of rolls. It's bad. Like I might have to go back and rewatch how many fucking throws I had that were this good. There's a 7. So 2, 7. So 2 stays the same. And what do we say? 1 double pitch. That's probably the most likely one. But that's going to be it for my video. I know I haven't been posting. I've been really busy. I have a lot of hobbies, and I have a girlfriend. She's amazing. I can't believe she supports me through so much crap that I do, but she does, and I love her so much. One day I hope to bring home the bank. Invest the money I win. be smart. I'm pretty much even right now in my recent sessions. I was up about 200, but I have lost here and there to probably be right about even at this point. Um, but we're going soon. We will only go one time a paycheck, maybe maximum two. Um, but yeah, this is Bobby the Great Craps. This is like legit as hell. If you don't believe in dice control, that's fine. A lot of people say, "Oh, it's not possible. You can't really control them." You're not really okay. So, an advantage player isn't trying to call the number or say that they don't throw sevens because then you wouldn't be able to play craps at the casino. But if you perfect your craft and you hit the same landing zone, it's just like being an athlete. You're talking pure skill to try to stay away from it. Now, I had a roll. I think it was I don't know how many days ago it was, but I did get to roll once. I was up in my bank. I don't know if I've told you guys my rule yet on the channel, but I do not roll unless I'm up money because I'm still learning and I'm still practicing. And until I reach that spot that I know that it's like, okay, I can roll at least three numbers before I go out, or I just believe that I can, which, they call it a POS. It's called point seven out. Those do happen. I have not recently thrown one of those. Um, but with that being said, dice controllers, the good ones, not not the pros, but pros have like hours on like dice consistently. Um, I have a lot of dice throws in the last I don't know how many weeks that I've built my makeshift rig. Um, I am gonna go over bets soon. I'm actually gonna give you guys just my like perfectionist bet. It's such a simple bet, and just go in with $123. That's what you'll need. Like you can be a low bankroller, and if you think that you need less, if you want to just go in and bet once for 41, sure. I think you need at least three. It's just three's a good number. Realistically, if you could go in at 164, which is four, or was it 215? 215 is a good number as well because that's going to give you five shooters. The likelihood of you missing on that is pretty low. But I'm going to go in another room and stop this recording. Um, this is Bobby the Great Craps, and I just hope that you guys come around and you check out the videos, and I hope you guys have seen enough of my videos to kind of understand um, dice a little bit more. I will answer any questions. Like if you shoot me a comment, some of you probably know me personally from Facebook or Instagram or something like that, and if you hit me up, I'll answer the questions. There's no get rich quick gimmick. This is I'm gonna practice until I can perfect this, and then I plan on taking money from the casino, which I've done really well. So you guys have a good day, and I'm out. I'm gonna chill out for the rest of the day. Later.